Right, good evening everybody and welcome to my channel. Right, so this is something I've not done before. I haven't done a motor vlog at night time using the GoPro Hero 4 Silver. So I thought I'll do it just to show you what it's like when it's night time and tell you a few things, well, the few options you do have to get better quality at night. Previously I was using the Drift Ghost S, which is fantastic at night time, and I haven't got both side by side now to actually compare them, seeing as I don't have a Drift Ghost S anymore. But from what I can tell you, at the time it was a hell of a lot better than the GoPro 3 Plus Black. Say now I've got a 4 Silver, which does the same kind of quality as the 4 Black. Both are the same sensor, just the 4 Black has the option to do 4K and a few other frame rates. So the few options that you do get, or do have even, to get better footage at night time. One, you have a little low light mode. It's like a little switch on the inside, so when you're shooting at 60 frames a second on whatever mode that you're shooting at, if you click low light mode, when 60 frames is cutting out too much light, what it does, it lowers the frame rate for you. So if it's in bright light, it might shoot at 60 frames a second. But then if it gets too dark like this, it might drop down to 10 frames or even less, all dependent on how dark it is. Then you've got two other options. You can shoot at 30 frames a second, which lets in twice the amount of light as 60, or you can use 24 frames a second. For the majority of situations, 24 frames a second is more than enough, unless you're planning on doing slow motion or freeze frame or taking an image out of that. Whatever you plan on doing, 24 frames is normally more than enough. 30 frames a second is standard. The majority of devices out there now shoot at 30 frames a second. Most of them actually shoot more. 60 frames a second is double the standard, which allows you to do slow motion that little bit better and still keeping it smoother. Also, it allows you to grab a frame out of the image so it's more like a picture rather than a still taken from a video. The reason I shoot at 60 frames a second all the time is for that one reason, so I can take a still from the video if needed. The main reason I have a camera wasn't originally so I could motovlog. That was an afterthought. That was something I decided to do after watching people on YouTube like Skeggy Cruiser, Royal Jordanian, Do It With Dan, Jake the Garden Snake, and all the other big motovloggers, and all the ones that I consider have great content. That was something I decided to do after watching them. I thought, you know what, I want to do that. I want to speak when I'm on my bike a bit, when I'm out riding, I want to vent a little bit through YouTube. So motovlogging was an afterthought. The initial reason was for somewhat security. So I've got proof and evidence of if something happens, if I was hit off my bike or if something happened in front of me, that I would have footage that would either clear my name or something to back up what I saw, or potentially help somebody else out if something happened to them and it wasn't their fault and someone else was saying it was their fault. So that was the main reason that I have, in fact, is the still main reason that I have a helmet on my camera. A helmet on my camera? That I have a camera on my helmet and I will always ride with it recording. So again, the reasons I always shoot at 60 frames a second is for that fact. It's so I can take a still out. The problem that you've got when it comes to night time is, oh bloody hell, this is a new bit of road. The problem that you've got when it comes to night time is 60 frames a second doesn't let enough light in. So you've got the three options. You've got to drop to 24 frames, which would be the best for low light. You've got to drop to 30 frames, which is what I've done. Or you can switch the low light mode on, which drops your frames considerably. That I won't do. I've tried it and the footage as far as cleanliness comes out so much better. But I didn't have an incident. An incident almost happened, which I wanted to expose the driver for. And I went to take a still from that, and you couldn't actually see the number plate because the frames were that low. It was actually blurred within each other. So tonight I've opted for 30 frames a second, which is kind of a standard with action cameras across the board. Pretty much every action camera out there will shoot at 30 frames a second. So this is the quality that you get at 30 frames a second. Pro Tunes isn't turned on. It's just on the 1080p wide mode. So I thought I'd show that to you. Anyway, let me know what you think. So as it stands, I can't really compare the GoPro Hero 4 Silver to the Drift Ghost S. The footage is great that comes out of the Hero 4 Silver, but at the same time the Drift Ghost S was fantastic at low light, a hell of a lot better than it was in the daytime. The only problem with the Drift Ghost S, it just wasn't reliable enough. So I'm currently off to a client's house at the moment to drop a DVD and a print off, and it's around here somewhere. Alright, I'll be back shortly. Alright, so that's me done. Back off home now. Right, so anyway, let me know what you think of the quality. So it's not very often that I'm going to be doing one of these vlogs at night time, so... oh bloody hell, that was a big bump. I'll go around it this time. Yeah, so it's not like I need the quality all the time. All I really need at night time is to be able to see the license plate of any car that's pretty much around me. So that's all I need really. So as long as I can see that, I'm not so fussed about the low light quality. But I can tell you the Drift Ghost S, if you're not fussed about the issues that the Drift Ghost S has, or the unreliability of the Drift Ghost S, then I'd say go for that, because it's, as far as low light goes, it's bloody brilliant. On another note, there is now 2 more days left till I buy my new bike. I put my deposit down on it, and I'll be paying it all on Monday. Today is Saturday, so yeah, 2 more days left. If for any reason that they can deliver to me on Monday, I will ride up to Tamworth and pay the rest. If they can't, then what I'll do, I'll just pay the rest over the phone and get them to deliver it on another day that I'm off. So as soon as that bike arrives, I will be booking in to redo my training and get my tests and everything out of the way. And then I'll be coming back to you with a brand new bike. Different camera angles. I'm going to try all sorts with the bike, because I'll be able to permanently mount stuff obviously wherever I want, and it should be a lot more stable than what this bike is, seeing as pretty much all that bike's metal, and the majority of this are crappy plastic panels. Another idea to put towards you all, if any of you can help me out just with some ideas, when I do get this new bike, which is the XVS 1300, I am going to need to do myself an intro. And the problem I have is every intro that I seem to think of, someone else has done. The initial idea, which I thought was somewhat unique, no, it was not. Do It With Dan's pretty much done it. Not so much the just the Do It With Dan bit, but getting other people to say my name, that's pretty much done. Then I had another idea, and that was to do a video of me sitting in public with a bike and wearing something stupid, I don't know. Just getting other people to generally mingle around me, or doing a bit of panning shots with the bike. And then I came across the awesome Walterific. So yeah, he's got amazing intros, and that was that idea out the way. Another idea I had, see if I can beat this, and just... Another idea I had was either me sitting on the bike or just a photo of my bike, maybe a bit of revving and you can hear the sounds of the bike. And one of my favourite YouTubers is Raw Jordanian, or Jordanian, or however you ever want to pronounce it, which it is Jordanian though. He does that, so I was like, right, what else can I do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to video myself. I'm going to either video myself coming into focus or going out of focus, or just generally do a little bit of a video on my bike. And you know what? Skeggy Cruiser's got that. He's got an intro of him on the bike, shooting skeggy rocks at the camera, and he has a video of him pulling a little bit of a wheel spin, and that's pulling off. That's his outro. So that was that idea screwed. So anyway, I need an idea. I need an idea for me on my bike, either on my bike, off my bike, something that I can identify the channel with. As I upload all sorts to this channel, it's not just motovlogging, although I should have a separate motovlogging channel really, but I can't be bothered, I'm too lazy, so I'm keeping everything under one channel. So yeah, I need ideas. One idea I did have, which is seeming somewhat likely, I was going to be on my bike somewhere remote, and I was going to put my drone in the air and have it follow me or stay in front of me, and maybe incorporate something like that into the video. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so yeah, that's my video for the day. I thought I would put up and show you the real world low light performance of the GoPro Hero 4 Silver at 30 frames a second. I would have shown you at 24, but I just don't like the quality that comes out at night time, or how blurry things are when you decide to press pause, especially if I want to take a freeze frame out of there. So anyway, let me know what you think, and also on the other two topics, if you've got any ideas, let me know. Don't forget, if you liked it, to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to see any more of my videos, just click on the channel, click videos, and they're all there. Alright, take care all, have a good evening, and ride safe.